Hello, I'm Ms. Swigart.
And I'm Mr. Billings.
I received my English degree from Southeastern University.
And I received my degree from Florida Gulf Coast University, a master's in English.
And this year we're both teaching 11th grade English. And I have been teaching this is my second year. Last year was my first year teaching at Winter Haven High School. And before that, I just taught each summer in Costa Rica.
I've also been teaching for about 2 years now. My first year was on the university level as a graduate student, teaching composition. And the second year was in Southwest Florida at LaBelle High School, also teaching English 3.
Cool. One fun fact about me is that I have a twin sister. She's actually my identical twin, and sometimes, especially when we were younger, we would switch places and no one would know.
My fun fact isn't as fun, but I married my high school sweetheart, and we still today, anyway, love each other very much.
Oh, that's cute.
So just because I'm sure you're interested in the curriculum that your students will be going over this year, one of the novels that we'll be beginning with, I think in January, is The Great Gatsby. This is one of my very favorite novels, actually. It is centered around Jay Gatsby, you probably already know that, and one of the largest themes that we'll be exploring while reading it is the pursuit of the American dream and what that means.
That was so cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Another book we'll be reading is The Crucible. This is actually my second favorite text of all time after the book thief, but my favorite play and my favorite thing I ever read in 11th grade. And so this is a play actually that is set during the time of the Salem witch trials, and like everyone's kind of against each other, and they're just deciding, okay, who's a witch, who's not, who's going to be pure in the end, and who's going to give in and tell on their friends. And so I think it's really exciting, suspenseful, but it also teaches you a lot about character, and you have to decide, who are you in this text? Are you Abigail or are you Elizabeth? Or maybe are you someone, maybe a secondary or tertiary character? And I think you kind of have to decide like where your heart is. I love that about it.
Well said.
Thanks, man.
This is Anthem. It's probably the last novel that we'll get to. It is not necessarily one of my favorite books, but it's one of my favorite genres, which is a dystopian novel, which means centered around a society that has really gone wrong. And there's lots of stuff usually that results in a social criticism of our world currently.
Amen, brother. Another text I'll be reading is Hamlet by William Shakespeare. And so every year we're going to be going over Shakespearean texts for a few reasons. One is just that they show up on your FSAs. Another is that it really helps you in college. And then one of his most famous plays actually is Hamlet. And so this text is a tragedy, and it just kind of talks about kind of the inner turmoil of one specific character named Hamlet. And I don't want to spoil too much. We'll dive into it pretty soon. But it's pretty exciting.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Tune in next time for late calls.
Another aspect of our syllabus and the course generally that you'll probably be interested in are, of course, the late policies.
The late policy.
Which Miss Swilark will tell you all about.
That's me. Okay, so every time that you guys have assignments, you'll be expected to turn them in on time. However, we do understand that some things happen. If you turn it in a day late, or even just a day late, it will be half credit automatically. You have up until a week to turn that in. However, there's one caveat. Okay, so you guys have these oops passes. So anytime that something happens in your life, say it's prom week and you're just like, oh my gosh, I didn't account for how much this would like take in my life. Or say you're just swamped with so many projects or practice or church activities or things, then you have 2 opportunities with no explanation in which you can staple this to a handwritten or typed assignment. Or if it's submitted to Canvas, you just fill in your name and the name of the assignment, and you just place it on my computer. And then you have that just up to a week to turn it in on time with no penalties or deductions. After that week, though, you don't have any more opportunities because the half mark or the half credit mark is already over. So do your work, be smart, go to college.
Get it in on time.
Now, if there's any other questions, what are we gonna do?
We're going to check the syllabus.
The syllabus!
Yes,
Yeah.